Oh, greetings NASCAR enjoyers, and today was a rather disappointing race. Yeah, I know. Unless if you're a Kyle Larson fan. But anyways, remember this meme? Yeah, remember this meme from years ago? Well, guess what? It still applies today, as you are going to see why. But anyways, today was the Bank of America 400 at the Roval, and yeah, Shane Van Gisbergen was looking pretty good. It was his race to win. And was the Dinger's race to win as well. I mean, SVG is on pole, and I'm always rooting for SVG. He is one of my guys. Well, one of my favorite drivers is what I mean. But anyways, SVG would have won the first stage had it not been for that strategy of him deciding to go down to pit road. And of course, that led to Tyler Reddick taking the stage win. So, stage 2 begins, and there was a caution that happened. And we didn't even get to see it because it just cut to commercial. Yeah, this is a problem with NASCAR broadcasts on TV. Why do you cut to commercial at the most crucial times? Yeah, people hated it on Fox and people hated it on NBC, although NBC is better than Fox, because Lay Diffie. Yeah, Lay Diffie was pretty good on broadcasting this race, but even he couldn't save it as, yeah. A Hendrick driver won the second stage, but it's not Kyle Larson, though, because Kyle Larson pitted. It's Alex Bowman who won the second stage. And we would also get our set of cautions into the third and final stage. So yeah, we would get our set of cautions, including one caution where Austin Dillon's tire falls off. It's hilarious. It's like an automation mod with its tire falling off. But anyways, well, the third and final stage has been nothing but Kyle Larson, Kyle Larson, and Kyle Larson. I'm sorry, but I'm just not expecting him to win. I'm not always rooting for Kyle Larson. I know he's one of the top guys, and a lot of people like him, but he's not one of my favorite drivers. And as I said before, seeing top guys win all the time is boring. It's boring with Jeff Gordon winning all the time. It's boring with Jimmy Johnson winning all the time, and history repeats itself with Hendrick Motorsports. I pretty much explained this in another one of my race reviews. But anyways, even though there was a set of cautions, it wasn't enough to prevent Kyle Larson from dominating. Heck, he even blocked Shane Van Gisbergen and prevented him from passing him. But Shane Van Gisbergen did look like a real threat to Kyle Larson. So yeah, he is a worthy opponent to Kyle Larson. But he just wasn't as good in the final stage. Although when he's going over to Trackhouse, he'll hopefully get to drive better equipment and get to race with Ross Chastain. And speaking of Ross Chastain, Carson freaking Hocevar made Ross Chastain spin out. Yeah, Carson and freaking Hocevar made Ross Chastain spin out. What is with this guy? What is with Carson Hocevar? Seriously, I hate him more than Kyle Larson. At least Kyle Larson's a top guy, and people want him to win, and people like him, but Carson Hocevar has become one of my most hated NASCAR drivers, and for good reason. He's always in the midst of chaos, and he's wrecking out drivers. He's basically a troll. He needs to learn to control his aggression. Because he can't just be going around wrecking drivers, even big names like Ross Chastain. So yeah, Carson Hocevar is a problem. Say what you want about Kyle Larson, but at least Kyle Larson is a good driver that I respect. I have little to no respect for Carson Hocevar, especially not with that win that he got in the Truck Series race where he wrecked out another truck driver or truck racer. But anyways, Carson Hocevar made Ross Chastain spin out. Yeah, it's a 77. Carson Hocevar's bad news, and Carly LaJoie is my most hated NASCAR driver of recent times because he does nothing. Even with Rick Ware equipment, he basically doesn't do anything. He doesn't win. He's never won a single race in all 3 series. And he just doesn't do anything. Although he is going to race in the Truck Series next year, thankfully. He just needs more experience, that's all. He just can't be thrown into the Cup Series and call it a day. But anyways, the third and final stage just consists of Kyle Larson domination. That's all I have to say. Kyle Larson wins the race. Again. For the 6th time. Yeah, no, a lot of people like him, but like I said before, this is pretty much like Terry Labonte's prime where he was dominant and Jeff Gordon being dominant and Jimmy Johnson being dominant. And of course, history is going to repeat itself yet again because Kyle Larson is dominating. And I really don't want to see him win all the time. I'd much rather see my underdog champions win. That's why I always rate the NASCAR upset wins more highly, especially that awesome win with Ross Chastain. There's going to be a link to that race in the end, because it's a much better race. It's a race where David finally slayed Goliath. Anyways, Kyle Larson wins. End of story. He won at the Roval for the 2nd time, and whenever Kyle Larson wins, it's just not exciting. It's not nearly as exciting to see him win than seeing underdog drivers win. Yeah, top guys are more likely to win, but it's just not exciting to see them win. It's like seeing Max Verstappen win all the time. When he wins all the time, it's just not exciting and pretty much takes away any excitement any Formula 1 race had. But Lando Norris did beat him in Miami, which is pretty good. So yeah, Kyle Larson wins again. End of story. A good race ruined by another disappointing win. And that is why I'm rating this race a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I know. I could have rated it as 6, but here's why I'm rated as 7. No rain delays. And at least the race went smoothly. It was a sunny day, and the race went smoothly. But it was another Kyle Larson win. But hey, at least it's better than the infamous Brickyard 400 this year. And much better than that Texas race. That was just a disaster. And I'm actually going to re-rate the last race in the Roval race in the Xfinity Series, and I actually found out people wanted Parker Kligerman to win, and he got a victory stolen from him, and Sam Mayer stole that victory. Yes, I did like it, but I'm also going to rate it a 7 out of 10. I'm actually giving it a point because of the Junior Motorsports victory, and I do like Junior Motorsports. So yeah, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10 now because of the stolen win. Parker Kligerman should have won that race, and I agree with him, especially with Kenny Wallace and the others. I highly agree with him, but anyways. The Roval race is another... The Roval race in the Cup Series this year is another disappointment. And that's a shame because the Charlotte Roval is like every NASCAR fan's dream. It's like every NASCAR fan's dream to be able to see infield races on TV. I've always liked those extra infield fantasy tracks in the EA NASCAR games, and they were awesome. And it's always been my dream as a kid to see one of those infield races live on TV, and I finally get to see one. But there were some rather disappointing Roval races, and this is one of them. I'm sorry, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I could. And the reason why I filmed it on FaceTime is because I just didn't have enough time to bring down my camera. And of course, I want to make this as quick as possible so I can get to my Halloween videos. But anyways, link to the Ross Chastain video, Ross Chastain race win review if you want to see it. It's much better than this race in my opinion, because it's a Ross Chastain win, and any Ross Chastain win is cool and good. And you know the drill by now. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on the latest Racer Super Productions videos. Although, to people who are already subscribed to my channel, all you have to do is like and comment. But anyways, this is Bandito signing off, and catch you guys next time. Peace out. I gotta let off some steam.